Hey traders, welcome to Master the Market, where we help you become a market master. Today I made $1,185 in trading profits with 5 trades, and in this video we're going to break down some of these trades, talk about my thought process, so that hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and the things that I've done well in the market in order to improve your own personal trading. So let's go ahead and start off with my biggest winning trade today. This was with SYT. SYT was a stock that was going parabolic. This was hitting the parabolic scanner, which is live streamed to the Market Master group. If you're interested in accessing these scanners to catch these plays yourself, make sure to come join us in the group. There's a link down below in the description to get signed up. And as I've mentioned before, one of the ways that I like to tackle these stocks that are going parabolic is to short sell into that parabolic price action once I start to see some weakness in the tape, which is the level 2 and the time and sales, and then capture some profits as the stock pulls back or completely reverses back into a downtrend. Now with SYT, I did end up making $684 in profits on this trade. It was my biggest winning trade for the day. But at the end of the day, I'm not very happy with how I traded it because as we can see, this was my short entry up here. I was initially shorting at about 481, I believe. We can actually see my exact executions here. My initial short was 481. I got some filled there, got some more filled at 493. So my average was right at about 487, I believe. And as we can see, just about a minute later, I was covering those same shares down in the 430s, some at about 412, some at 403, which is obviously great. I was able to lock in those quick profits in under 2 minutes, but had I been a little bit more patient with this, it did end up pulling all the way back down to a low of 285. So I would have made much more on this trade if I had that patience and I had the overall conviction in this trade. That's one of my biggest issues with my personal trading. So hopefully you can take some advice from me and learn from my mistakes. You have to be patient with your winning trades. And in hindsight, what I would have liked to have done would be to lock in a portion of my profits in this area and then wait for this bigger pullback to exit out of the rest of my shares. By doing that, you're taking some risk off the table, you're locking in some profits, but you're still holding on to a portion of your main position to make a better return on that investment. So all in all, SYT was a solid trade, but definitely could have been better. The next one that I want to talk about is going to be PBM. This was pretty much the exact same situation. Had a quick spike to the upside, was going parabolic, hitting the parabolic scanner. Once again, I located some shares, was able to get 4,000 shares filled at a really solid average price. My average price was about $1.38. And once again, was just way too quick to exit out of this position on this first pullback. The stock was short sale restricted today, so it was a little bit difficult to get my fills up here. And because of the difficulty that I faced trying to get into this position, it kind of just caused me to be a little bit too worried about the trade. Didn't want to give back my profits from SYT. And because of that, I was out way too quickly once the stock did start to move in my favor. That is, at the end of the day, emotional trading. And that is definitely the type of trading that I want to avoid doing. I want to simply execute based on the price action, based on my strategy, and not based on my personal emotions, whether I'm feeling anxious, whether I'm feeling greedy, whatever it may be. I want to put those to the side and simply execute the best trade that I can. So on that trade, I was able to lock in $280 in profits, but again, shoulda, coulda, woulda been a much better trade and a much better return. The next trade that I want to briefly go over is going to be CLRO. CLRO, again, same situation. This is pretty much what I've been doing with the stocks that are hitting the parabolic scanner. I'm just waiting for that weakness in the tape and then looking to short and attack the backside of the move. So we saw some weakness once this popped up into the 120 area. I located some shares, started to short, was having a very difficult time getting filled because the bid was very, very weak. So this ended up being a very small return here. I made $178 on this trade as I covered into this dip under the VWAP. Obviously nothing crazy, but hopefully you can see how these small profits do add up because these were, $100 here, $200 there, and I ended up with $1,185 in profits overall for the day. So take those base hits, don't always swing for a home run, and you're going to see these gains slowly start to add up. Now, the last trade that I want to briefly review was with NVDA. This was a setup that I don't trade very often, but when there's not too many small cap stocks moving, I tend to shift a little bit to the larger stocks. And the strategy that I like to use to trade these stocks is going to be based on the relative strength or the relative weakness when compared to SPY. SPY is the ETF for the S&P 500, and I've talked about this strategy in much more detail on my channel in the past, so I'll attach a link to that video if you're interested in learning more about this strategy. But simply put, what I was seeing in NVDA this morning was a little bit of relative weakness when compared to SPY. So I took a very quick scalp here of 100 shares as it was breaking down to new lows, and immediately, not even within a minute or so, I was able to lock in a quick $100 in profits on that trade. That is how the strategy works. You're looking to get in and out in very, very quick movements based on how the stock is performing in relation to SPY. As soon as I got out of this trade, CLRO started to pop up on the parabolic scanner, so I shifted my attention back to small caps for the rest of the day. And again, I was able to wind up with $1,185 in overall profits. So I know it's been a while since I've done one of these profit and loss recap videos. I've been getting adjusted to this new platform and some of these new strategies that I'm starting to implement into my trading. But regardless, hopefully you found some value in this video. And if you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to hear about the stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as work with our team of traders, get access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live custom scanner streams, and so on and so forth, all of that can be found in the Market Master group. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.